Hello, I'm Kate Pullen and I'm here today to talk to you about how you can build your brand authority through writing tutorials. Now, before we start, if you're thinking, well, why on earth would I want to write tutorials and show other people how to make what I do? That's not the type of tutorial that we're talking about today. Today we're talking about tutorials that are related to your product and that will help people and give them more information, but we're not talking about tutorials that are showing people how to replicate your products unless that's what you want to do. Now, when we talk about brand authority, what do we mean? Well, there's 5 elements of building a brand. There's your brand authority, which we're talking about today. There's your brand identity, what your brand looks like. There's your products. There's how your brand resonates with your target market. And then there's you and your input into your brand. Now, brand authority is what makes you and your brands the go-to place when people want to buy something and they want to know that they are buying the best. They want to know they're buying from an experienced maker. And this is something that very often we have to demonstrate. And one of the ways that we can demonstrate our authority in our area is by writing tutorials for our blog that can go onto social media. And this is a really great way to not only to raise awareness about your brand, but also to reach new people and to extend your brand reach in a way that isn't solely sales orientated, by showing people how to do something that is that they will find useful and beneficial. You will be introducing them to yourself and your brand, and then pulling them in to learn more about your products as a secondary action. So you're not only helping people who are interested in your products and perhaps your existing customers, but you're also extending your reach to people, to your target market, who probably don't even know about your products yet, and it's a great way to reach new people. Now, the sort of thing that I'm talking about are tutorials that will help people do something that is related to your product. Now, so the sort of tutorials that we might look at doing would be things like, if I sold hand spun wool, I might do a tutorial about how to wind balls of wool from skeins of yarn. Or other things we might look at doing: how to wash pure wool garments, how to clean silver jewellery, how to make laundry soap to hand wash clothes, how to make cupcakes to go in laser cut cupcake wrappers, how to print digital prints that some people actually could do with advice on how to best set their printers to get great quality prints, how to frame wall art, maybe how to make frames for the wall art, how to make a jewellery holder, how to tell which colours are best for you, how to create a monogram. There's so many how-tos around the products that we do that will help people not only get more from the product and get better value from the product, but also that we can actually make tutorials helping people to make great buying decisions as well. So the things that they need to know before they buy something. So how to tell which earrings are going to look best for you, what type of wool should you buy for this type of project. There's many tutorials that we can write that are related to what we do, and we can brainstorm some below if you want to post your questions and that we can talk about some ideas. We're thinking about things that are going to help the reader and which are going to be of interest, particular interest to our target market, because one of the objectives of why we're doing this is to extend our reach as well as building our authority. So we're looking at new ways of presenting ourselves and our products, but in a low sales way. When people then want to know more about buying a particular item, even if they're not thinking about your particular item, they will go to your blog or to wherever you host this information, and they will go to your blog to find out more, and then when they're there, that they will be reminded of the fact, oh yes, well, I can get that product from this person as well. So it's all about this. When we're writing tutorials to raise our the brand awareness and our brand authority, it's all about adding value to the reader, and it's not about selling. So we're not trying to sell them our product, we're just trying to demonstrate our authority in this field. So what makes a good tutorial? A good tutorial will excite people from the very first thing that they see. So therefore, a good tutorial must kick off with a image of the end product, because when people are starting on a project and they're starting on a tutorial, they're not doing a tutorial for the tutorial's sake. They're doing the tutorial so they can make the end product. The end product is what they have in mind. So that's what we start with when we're writing a great tutorial. You need a really good image that demonstrates what the people will achieve at the end of the project. And if they're making something, then a picture of the finished item. Perhaps if you're doing an aftercare thing, then maybe a before and after. Thinking again about silver jewellery, perhaps a picture that shows tarnished silver jewellery and then clean silver jewellery, or something that's really going to sow the seed in someone's mind of what it is that they're going to achieve. Then obviously you need to tell people what they require in order to undertake the tutorial, and make sure when you write this that you give people all the information that they want to know. Be as specific as you can with the materials, because a lot of people aren't going to know. They may not know some of the products you're talking about, or they might not know the measurements. And also think of who your target readership is going to be, and write your instructions accordingly. For example, if you have an international readership, then write your measurements in both imperial and metric to make it easy for people. And if people need supplies to undertake the tutorial, be specific and give brand names if necessary to help people know what it is that they should be purchasing. And then when you start writing your tutorial, again, assume that somebody knows absolutely nothing about what you're going to be telling them. So break everything down into really, really simple steps. All too often, people are tempted, because they know how to do what it is that they're demonstrating. They think that everyone else does as well, and you'll see tutorials which start with a really wonderful finished product, and then there's 2 steps that sort of tell you how to get there, but they miss out all the important things, and you're sat there wondering, well, how? So you don't want people to think that. You want to give people, if anything, too much information, and to break it down into really easy to follow steps. You'll also need a lot of photos. We say a photo tells 1,000 words, and that's exceptionally true when it comes to demonstrating how to do things in tutorials and how-to guides. That you'll need good, clear photos that show every step of the way. Taking photos when you're doing tutorials and how-to guides can be difficult, because you're going to be demonstrating with 2 hands, which actually doesn't leave you with anything to take the photo with. You could use a time lapse on your camera, or the auto take feature on your camera, if you don't have anyone else to hand who could take the photos for you. And the same with taking your product photos. When you take photos for tutorials, take them in a nice light area with no harsh shadows, and close up as much as you can. Close in as much as you can on what it is that you're demonstrating, so people can get a really clear idea. Don't focus in too much so people can't see that they lose perspective, but make sure that you can see the detail. And give time estimates as well, so that people know whether or not this is a tutorial that's going to take days to complete, hours to complete, or something they can knock up in a couple of minutes. That will help people make a decision as to whether or not they want to do this. When you're writing a tutorial, also remember it's perfectly okay to link out to other places if you are referring to techniques, or if there's an aspect of the tutorial that you're not actually covering but people need to know. Link out to authoritative blogs or websites. And this also gives you an opportunity for networking, because you can then just drop a quick email or message to the blog that you've linked to and say, hey, I've linked to your blog, and hopefully you might get a little link love back when they see that you're driving traffic to them as well. It's all part of the networking side of things. When you've finished the tutorial, you will put it on your blog, and you'll also post it to social media and hope to get engagement. One of the ways that you will do this is by asking questions. Ask questions at the end of the tutorial. You can ask people to post their comments below. Are there any other tutorials that you'd like to see in the future? You could ask that, have you undertaken this? Why not post a picture to my Facebook page or my Facebook group? When you promote the tutorial on social media, then again, you will post your first picture, the one that shows the before and after, and you might consider putting a title over your picture so people know exactly what it is that they will be finding when they click through and come to your blog. Put a title that describes your tutorial and makes it interesting and intriguing for people to click through and find out more. Again, the same as on your blog. Remember to not only describe your tutorial on your social media sites, but also to post questions and get people to engage. Here are some tips for writing your tutorial. When you're writing the tutorial, remember that the reason for doing this is to demonstrate your brand authority, and you're sharing your expertise with the reader. Therefore, make sure you use words like I recommend, I suggest, which demonstrate to the reader that you are the expert and that you have expertise in this field. We said earlier about sharing the tutorial onto Facebook page, Pinterest, Instagram and other social media sites. Remember also that you could reach out to other blog writers and to influencers in your field. They may well be interested in writing about your tutorial or talking to you a little bit more about what it is that you did or why you wrote it. It's always a good idea to reach out to influencers, and it helps to build your own brand authority in your product area. Remember, when you are writing your tutorial and the blog post that will go alongside it, that this isn't a sales exercise. One of the benefits of writing tutorials for your blog is it's an opportunity to build your brand and to build your brand awareness and the authority around your brand, but in a way that people don't feel that they're being sold to. If you are always selling your products, then people are probably not going to be interested in visiting your blog very often if it's always buy my product, buy my product, buy my product. It's good to mix it up with other features so that people feel that they're actually getting some value from your blog other than just being sold to. And this, by writing tutorials and also through other strategies, you can build up a strong blog following with people who are coming along, your target market, they're coming along, they're reading, they're enjoying what you have to say. Occasionally you will sell to them, but they're not feeling that it's a constant hard sale, that they're feeling totally relaxed to come along. They're going to learn something, that they're going to find it entertaining and engaging when they come to your blog. They're going to start thinking about you and your brand more and more, but that they will do so without thinking that you're always going to be there saying, buy this, buy this, buy this. And tutorials are an excellent way to do this, an excellent way to actually start engaging with your blog followers or to build a blog following. So it's really important to get the balance right. You obviously don't want people to come to your blog and then bounce straight away and not think about the fact that you have products that relate to your blog and to your tutorial. But likewise, you don't want people to think that your tutorial is just a finely disguised sales pitch. So what I would recommend would be I would perhaps talk about my product in a non-salesy way if it related to the tutorial. And I would probably do this in the first, in the introduction perhaps. So I might introduce it as something that I have learned over the years of making hand crochet earrings, is that if people want to keep them in tip-top condition, one of the things that they need to do is blah blah blah. So I've informed the reader that I have been making these earrings and I've been making them for a number of years, so therefore I've demonstrated my knowledge and my expertise. And then through the tutorial, which will be, I don't know, telling them how to wash and care for their earrings, then I'm demonstrating my expertise and I'm sharing that with them. So I'm giving them some benefit from this tutorial, a real benefit from this tutorial. And the aim is that people will learn something that not only relates to your product but relates to other products as well. So if in the future they have a question or they want to know something, that they'll know to come to your blog because you'll have the information that they require. So hopefully I've given you some food for thought when it comes to writing tutorials as a way to extend your brand reach and to raise your authority. It's a fun thing to do. I recommend now that you have a quick look through Pinterest and see the types of ways that people present their blog, their tutorials for social media, and maybe have a look at a few tutorials online and see what works for you and what doesn't, and take away some learning points. If you're not quite sure about what type of tutorial would work for your products and for your brand, why not make post a question below and we can do a bit of brainstorming. And before I go, I'd like to tell you something that I've been working on at the moment. I have just launched an Etsy store where I'm offering a range of one-to-one business support services, which I hope that you'll be interested in. And to mark the launch and to help me celebrate it, I'm offering a 50% discount to all Flourish members who sign up for a service between now and Saturday. The discount code is Flourish50 and the store is Make for Business Store at Etsy. So if you have any questions about that, you're very welcome to post a question below or send me a message. And if you'd like to do some brainstorming about tutorials and to discuss ideas and questions and things, again, leave a question below and I'll get back to you, or pop into the business development event in Flourish and we can bounce some ideas around. Thank you very much for listening and for bearing with me during this tutorial, and I hope it's been interesting. Bye.